Have you checked the spellcasting page? Have you checked the sigils page? Have you checked the incantations page? Have you checked the meditation page? You will notice that every single one of those pages got something added to it today. I've been minutely bantering about this, but I kind of want to go into detail right quick, so I hope you guys do not mind. I have never been shy about what I practice. I've never been shy about the belief system that I have in metaphysical sciences and how we can manipulate physical items to bring about physical and spiritual change in our realities. That's the definition of witchcraft. That might scare some of you. But be not behooved. I come in peace and solidarity. We are currently in my coven building an energy basin. What is that? A spiritual energy basin is a entity, space, reserve, in spirit in which people who are my believers can tap into. This is the first time I have taken my castings to this level. Typically, they're very private amongst people who have taken about 7 classes of mine and have scrolled the group and have gone into an initiation process that includes blood and things. And I've been scrutinized on the internet for my ways, but I'm teaching people digitally the real shit, right? So we are creating what's known as a spiritual energy basin, right? And that can take the form of a space spiritually. It can take the form of a feeling that you get when you evoke this presence. And I was riddled with what the name of this presence was going to be. And I'm the best psychic in the world. 8 years ago when I started my business, I created the first generation of Bootz Tarot. Do you guys go on my website and look at that? And as I'm working with the coven and stuff like that, it just dawned on me. Buetza is the energy. I was doing a Greek spin on the word boots, right? But it took its own form. And I just have been a slight bit distant with that tarot card, to be honest with you. I've been kind of distant with the energy because it was unfamiliar to me. But now I know why. It's because I perceived it in creating the card, but I was not there yet. There have been so many life lessons I've learned over the past 8 years that I feel like now I have ascended to a point where if you look at the card, there's an angel on the card, and I feel like this is an ascended energy that is not going to find me, but is one in which we create together. And as I'm talking about this, it's 2,000, screenshot the numbers, 2,222 people in here. God, you don't lead me wrong. We're doing something right. It has taken me a long time to get to this point. Typically, in my coven, I have been administering, like, petty magic. Like, you know, little things. Helping this girl have a baby without being unfazed. And she definitely gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. So, that was great. We've been casting for the coven girls. And I thought to myself, we're going to open it up to the squad girls and eventually the general public. Well, I'm one motherfucker. But together, we are legion. You know, I'm really good at directing the energy, and I've always told people this. I'm really good at telling people what to do. Not to mention, I have the intelligence to guide you in actually creating a spiritual force that we can use and evoke, right? This has taken a lot of energy to do this. I know that I'm probably going to be judged very harshly in the public. I mean, because if they judge me for blood on my picture, which is basically bloodletting for my energy that I'm sharing with my coven, it's the ultimate act of generosity and respect to people that are practicing witchcraft under you. And yet the general public says, oh my God, that's satanic. Oh my God, I'm afraid. Oh my God. No reason to be afraid unless you evoke Buetza in the wrong way. Then run for the hills, ho. But that's not the intention behind it. Buetza to me represents the support of my fans, created in a spiritual realm that my fans can tap into and use accordingly. Okay. If this is above your head, it's not for you. Sometimes, you just should get your cards read. You shouldn't be dipping off into this. But if you are a magical practitioner and you do want access to the Buetza energy that I am cultivating as of right now, the Buetza evoking spell dropped earlier today. All of my spells are $75. This is not discounted because the payment is your tribute to access the energy. And you can access it as long as you can access Squad. Forever. Okay. Some people are like, oh my God, he's trying to make himself Jesus. Okay, look, this is the way I look at it. Jesus is a battery charged by Christians who believe in Jesus, right? Instead of putting myself on that pedestal, I'm creating an energy with you that we all will put on that pedestal. Okay? And you can look at pretty much any deity or religion. The religion is the methodology in gassing up that battery. The battery is the deity that sits at the top of whatever it is you believe. I am not attempting to create a religion, but it might end up making its own thing, doing its own thing. This is not a religion as much as it is a belief system. So if you are a black girl who washes her hair, you have shampoo and co-wash, right? Well, your religion is your shampoo. This is a co-wash that will boost your religion to where it needs to be. If accessed in the proper way. Now, the first part of this is me accumulating the energy to actually do this, okay? It's then going to be directed through the Squad, and then it's going to reach the Coven, and then it's my job to quite literally bleed for you. And I got to do it publicly because, and it's going to be the first time y'all get to bear witness to the extremities that I go to. I've done a great job at scratching the surface and making it very commercial for everyone. But I foresee myself, prior to my birthday, broadcasting a true ritual to the general public. I've never done it before. I've kept it real light. I've kept it real cute. I've kept it real earth, fire, wind, water, blood with you. I've kept it real light as a feather, stiff as a board with your ass. My spells on the internet, they're not petty spells. They're for the intermediate witch. But you cast those on your own. I'm very, very nervous about this. I do feel like I'm going to be typecast as crazy. I do feel like I'm going to be misunderstood. But when have I not been? I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm so unapologetically myself because I know that I can go to any city in the world and I'll have a bitch who fuck with me there. There's a different level of power. There's a different level of energy that makes somebody feel. I don't feel alone anymore. I lay up and I read your comments and I think about the hugs that I give and the love that I receive. And it's my job to make that more tangible for everyone. And I want you to feel what I feel. And this is my way of doing that. So if you want to take part in this, I know that was a pretty extensive talk about this. And it's not even the class. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if you do want to have access to this, it's not always going to be available to you. Okay? This is the initial part of it. I will probably leave this up for a month or two as we do gather more participants. At the end of the casting, okay, so this is what you want to do. There is a Bootz evoking spell that you need to download. From there, it's going to take you to the sigil, the incantation, and the meditation. You need all of these things in order to access this energy and feed us your energy, and we're going to recycle it back to you. So I'm an honest person. It's going to take some of your energy to make this happen for us. If that's not who you are, if you don't want to participate in that, you do not have to. But my squad and my coven, they know what's up. Okay. I'm taking some energy from you, some energy from them, and I'm curating it, and then you have access to a boatload more energy when the spell is done. Some people might consider that parasitism. No, I call it mutualism, because you give me something like money, I give you a reading. Okay? You give me attitude, I cuss your dumb ass the motherfucker out. Okay?
A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
So it's the law of exchange, law of equal exchange. You give me your burdens. I can reiterate that to you, burdenless, using the power of Buetza that we are creating. I know, abstract, but hey, you fuck with it, right?